So last time I was trying to remember songs. This week it's really not going to be any better. The only one I could think of is "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." You got anything?
For breaks?
Yeah.
Man, you know you can't get me off guard like that.
Wrong answer. You lost Double Jeopardy. Anyways, let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another episode of Toolbox Topic.
Why?
I am joined by my co-host, right? It's the question we'll get to at the end. I'm joined by my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven. Once again, Brandon, how are you?
I'm doing swell.
Swell? Okay.
Yeah, swell.
Superfluous?
Yeah.
So last week we had Wyatt back on the show talking about front suspension maintenance, and this week we're moving on to the second part of our brake series.
Hopefully the last.
We got to do bleeding the brakes and everything, dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, dude, guys, this will not be the most entertaining. Well, it might be entertaining, but I don't know. We're going to see where this one goes, so bear with us. We'll try to make it as quick and painless as possible. So, on that note, coming to you once again from Trek Bicycle Store, West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona. Amen. Ah. And if you're wondering why I'm so loopy, it's because we filmed this episode the same day that we filmed the episode with Wyatt, so I'm still burning on zero sleep. I haven't eaten. I've got my cup of coffee.
Oh.
We're going to see what we can do here, guys. So, Brandon.
It's cozy with the coffee. That's good. It's
Yeah.
like little coffee side chats. I like
It's
it.
one of those little fake fires or something like that in a storybook.
So, to follow up with our introduction to brakes, and different braking systems, let's just talk about how to take care of these guys just a little bit better and things to look out for.
Okay.
No one to bring it in, no one to hold them, no one to fold them.
Jesus, guys, you can already see when Brandon's trying to make jokes, this episode is
Gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start off with our normal caliper brakes here. It's important that when they're going to get dirty. Let's just put it that way. And to keep these guys operating properly, to keep them that nice snappy, nice feel, we're going to want to keep them clean. All these brakes, the mechanical ones, are going to have pivots on them.
Right.
And all these pivots have the tendency to get dirty inside there, and they'll get grindy,
Brandon,
and they won't
do you
snap
have a
back.
tendency to get dirty?
There it is again.
Come on, Brandon. Don't be so sassy today. Thomas is the one who didn't have any sleep. Come on now. You said you touched me. Touch me. Touch me! God damn it.
All right. I'm going to...
All right, continue. You may not learn anything, folks, but hopefully you get a good laugh out of this. And if it's too early in the morning for you, get some fucking bourbon.
Too early
your
for me.
coffee. Man up.
So we're going to want to keep the pivots as clean as possible, as much as we can. We can do that by using just a very light solvent on them, a little bit of simple green, diluted, of course.
Diluted,
goes a
right.
long way to keep these guys clean. A little bit of clean streak also, being very careful not to spray it all over the rest of the components.
Right.
What I typically do is hold a rag behind it and do my spraying and cleaning with that, so it just doesn't
Catch
get all
that
over the
overspray.
place. Exactly.
Okay.
So let's keep the pivots clean. Moving on from there.
Yeah, don't go sticking WD-40 thing in there and just,
Yep, exactly. Same thing with
bad.
these guys, the mechanical disc brakes as well. They're going to have these pivots and springs in there. We just want to keep the insides of those as clean as possible and keep them running smoothly.
Now, is there a different cleaner you have to do for the disc brakes as opposed to the caliper style brakes, or can you use the same cleaner?
I typically do the same thing. Once again, being very careful not to get them on the pads because
On the
they can
pads or on the
contaminate.
disc itself.
Right.
So,
and
okay.
it may require that they could get so potentially bad that we do need to take the brake caliper apart, especially on V brakes and cantilever brakes. Get behind the posts, clean those guys up. It's not a huge deal, but if you just keep them lubricated and clean, that'll help the performance a lot.
Okay.
While we're talking about the performance and snappiness of the caliper, a lot that has to do with that is
And yes, I do have tobacco in my mouth, but kiss my ass, guys. I'm tired. I need it. I need it. Need it.
That's a real nasty habit you got there.
Guess that movie. Comment down below.
All right, we're in sync, in sync. When we're talking about the mechanical disc brakes, how your brake line...
In sync? You didn't even know the Pulp Fiction one, dude. I'm always in sync.
I said today.
I know, but I'm saying, God, I'm always in sync.
For performance sake, also with the mechanical disc brakes, is how clean and how smooth you're keeping your cable and housing.
Right.
These things, if in the weather, they will corrode, they will gather more dirt, and what you want is a real nice smooth action on that
There you
cable
go.
and housing.
Yeah,
Real
now we're
smooth.
talking.
If you can run this through here and it feels gross and it feels kind of grindy.
You got too cheap of a hooker. Remember that, guys. Gross and grimy. You need to step up your game there. Go for call girl. Okay, not dirty hooker. Call girl status is what you want.
If this does become contaminated and feel grindy,
Again,
you
we're
could
back to the
potentially.
dirty hooker.
I'm trying to
Contaminated.
stay on topic. What do you always say?
It's Brandon's
on
fault.
topic.
It's Brandon's fault. All right, come on, continue.
You could potentially just use a very nice drip lubrication and get it down in there and work it in there to make it smooth. If not, really the best thing to do would just be to replace the cable and housing. It's very inexpensive and it'll make the brake system feel really nice, real nice and snappy, as we
Well, and
like
you're
to
shifting
say.
as well too.
Shifting
as,
does the
as
same
far
thing.
As things. So
Yep.
I mean, this is definitely all kidding aside and everything like that. Yes, because people don't understand. Just like same thing with the shocks, you get the contaminants down the stanchion and everything like that.
Yep.
Again, we're in the Southwest
Keep it
region.
clean.
You know,
Keep it
even if you're
lubed.
back east, Pacific up north or whatever like that, you know, stuff's gonna eventually work its way in there and
Right.
that can create havoc. So,
Cleanliness is the key,
Absolutely.
and lubrication as well.
Yeah.
Moving from like the snappiness and the overall feel of the brake, let's move on to pads. I do have an example of our normal rim brake pads and the ones that we're going to use for both mechanical and hydraulic. They're kind of the same. It's just a matter of how they actuate. On these guys, you know, if you don't wear them out within a few years, they will start to get kind of hard.
Right.
And
almost
so what we
dry
like
rot.
to do, kind of like that.
Yeah.
So how we kind of test our pads is we kind of put our thumbnail into it.
Okay.
If it feels like it's still fairly supple, and then we can dig a nail into it, they're probably still good. But we do get brakes in here that are just hard as rocks, and they're not going to be as powerful.
It
And they're
dilutes
going
the
to
stopping
sound
power.
they're going to sound terrible, and they're not going to work well. So two things about these things: make sure that you can still dig a nail in them, and they're still soft, and they do have these wear lines in them.
Right.
If you can see the grooves, and when those grooves are gone, just get new ones.
Yeah, don't be one of those jackasses.
When the grooves are gone, get new ones.
There's still some meat left on that potato.
On the disc brake side, it's important to visually inspect these every once in a while as well. We do have a kind of a visual inspection that you can see. There's a spring that keeps these guys moving back and forth. If we're starting to get close to that spring, there's no real wear line, but it's just, we know it's getting close to the spring, the conditions here, let's just put new ones on there. If I see, you know, just knowing the sight picture from knowing new ones to worn out ones, we'll make recommendations from there, but there is no real wear line on them.
Google search those images, folks, just like you would with other crap that's pretty much irrelevant. No, I'm joking, guys. But you're right. Being able to visually inspect and knowing what you're looking for, though.
Knowing what they look like when they're new and knowing as they're wearing down will
Versus,
give you an idea,
So-
and also the timelines of how long you have left. I'm going to reiterate again about these pads. Keep them clean. Don't get any solvents. If you like to do your own maintenance at home, lubrication, cleaning, don't get anything on them.
Yeah.
They will contaminate and they will
Absolutely.
almost fail, and you'll need to buy new ones.
And imagine you friggin' torch your rotor.
Yep, and that's going to be all new stuff.
So for the caliper, this is for the brake and everything like that?
Yep,
Or for
that
the
would be
disc
that would
brakes,
be
I should say, but this is going to be for hydraulic.
This will be for hydraulic. Moving on to hydraulic, one thing that I think most people will feel when hydraulics need to be bled is a spongy feeling in the system. You'll grab and then you'll be able to pull back more and more. Now, don't let that be confused with getting new pads.
More, right.
Exactly. You knew where I was going with that.
I did.
Because as pads wear down,
'cause the
the
coffee's starting to
engagement
work.
the engagement will happen much further back. And some people think they need a bleed. Well, in fact, they just need new pads, and they'll engage much quicker and hit harder. But again, that spongy feeling, if the pads are in good shape, we're going to go with a bleed. And a system like this, the hydraulic systems, every hydraulic system and model, well, I should back up. Every manufacturer has different models, and they'll all require a different bleed procedure for them.
Yeah,
so it's
don't,
important to
again,
look
we
that
go
up.
back to episodes that we've talked before. Don't expect anything standardized in the freaking bike industry. It's as
Exactly.
bad as the tech industry. No one wants to play nice with others.
And both Shimano and SRAM do a fantastic job of having tech videos as well. That'll teach you how, they'll step through everything that has to do with that particular model of
And look for those links
of
down
brake.
below, guys.
Back to hydraulics. If you tomahawk that bike and you eat shit. It's very important that we do an inspection on there. We can get leaking in the system.
Right.
And what a good indication of leaking is, you'll see, especially in Arizona, you'll see dust coagulate on that, and you'll know something's wrong. And we have a number of places where that can happen. It can happen on the reservoir and the lever. Our reservoir's here, and we have a number of seals all around this reservoir. Seals where the hose connects, seals where the reservoir can be serviced. So any dust and weird things you see building up could potentially mean a leak in the system. Same thing where the hose can connect to the caliper, and the caliper itself. It is made in two pieces, so if we see dust collecting in a weird way and we have any kind of fluid leaking, it's
Just
probably
like in
time
real
to,
life,
probably
guys,
time to
if you
replace the
have
system.
fluid leaking from an orifice, that's a problem. That is a problem. You might need penicillin for that in some states.
So just in some states. So just, kind of a quick and an easy thing to look at and to keep inspected, and hopefully that keeps things running a little bit better.
All right.
What did I miss? Anything?
I don't
What do
know,
you think?
but if you did miss something, make sure you put that down in the comments below, because this guy's slacking lately.
That's about all as much as I can talk about brakes.
We're kind of burning that. But and this is, again, guys, we're doing these videos. These are overview videos, and this is stuff that you can easily look for yourself, visually inspect, and determine what could be causing a braking malfunction or a breakdown, no pun intended, in your the braking ability or the stopping power that you have. Now, granted, these are broad strokes, and we do plan on doing more in-depth videos on this, but the braking system, it's not sexy. It's not like suspension or backpacking or something like that. So we're doling it out a little bit at a time. We don't want you to think, Jesus Christ, these guys have gotten boring now and go someplace else. That's not the case. It's one of those subjects that should be talked about. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of people don't think about their brakes when it comes to bikes. I think it's one of the more neglected items on the bike.
You might be right.
So that's just my opinion. And what do I know? I have a shaved head and tattoos. I fucking have a YouTube channel. Go figure. Goddamn chucklehead.
Yeah, that's all right.
So anyways, okay, so there you go. There you have it, guys. A nice broad stroke explanation on what to look for, your braking system, for signs of wear, malfunction, and fatigue. Because just like me, they get old and tired and crotchety, and then they don't want to work when you need it the most. I mean, I'll still work when you need me the most, but that's beside the point. You just got to pay me double time. Union standard. All right, so guys, I want to remind you really quick, this is the 22nd episode of Toolbox Topic, okay?
Moving right along.
It is, and sorry we didn't have anything more exciting for you, but this is the luck of the draw as far as that goes. Now, coming up, we're going to have a special 25th anniversary episode, okay? I'm going to try to make it cool. I'm going to try to make it fun, but we're going to do a giveaway during that episode. So make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and the ding-a-ling-a-ling button, so you can be a part of that. And there's not going to be anything like, oh, you got to share the episode or you got to do this. We're not going to play that game like other people on YouTube, which
thanks for watching.
Yeah, it's just a thanks for watching. We're happy that we've been able to deliver 25, what we feel, for the most part, successful episodes to you guys. So keep your eyes open for that. As always, though, again, I'll say it, like and subscribe, because the links down below that I'm going to post for you guys, they're not affiliate links, and we don't get anything for that. It's just us sharing knowledge with you. But what does help us, though, is that analytic, liking and subscribing, will help the channel out greatly. There's also going to be a link to Check Bike Store West Phoenix.
Thank you.
So if you have any questions, whether it's on braking, suspension, seat posts, anything like that, feel free to follow that link. Give the guys a call. They'll be more than happy to help you. There's also links for our social media, Instagram, Facebook. If you want to see what's going on in the daily life of GOA, definitely follow those links and follow us on those. Give us a thumbs up and like as well. That always helps out too. Brandon, have I missed anything?
Probably.
Yeah, today, it's the odds are not in my forever in my favor as far as that goes. So, all right, guys, if you feel we missed something, or if you have something to add about braking inspection and stuff like that, we'd love to hear from you, because I think.
But we may not do another one.
On this. Yeah, we'll see. We'll
just
figure
message
it
you
out.
back.
So, if nothing else, we'll freaking get Wyatt, and we'll do a bleed episode, if anything like that, or something like that.
We
could do kind of segment that out as far as bleeding, like a SRAM set and a Shimano set, maybe even adjustments for those people that are still using caliper style brakes. So, all right, on that note, Brandon, I think
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Guys, remember what we say. Always be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards out on that trail. And we got to ask, what are you waiting for? Get out, Arizona. We'll see you on the next adventure. Brandon, as always, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. We promise next time we're going to come up with something good. We got a little bit of time, okay? Next time it's going to be entertaining and informative, and it's going to rival Wyatt's videos.
We're going to put some effort into this one.
Right now, as long as Brandon's been doing with his, Wyatt has only got 2 videos, and they're more popular than Brandon's. He's going to get replaced. No, he won't.
Fine.
Because who's Brad? He's not Brad. You're Brad, dude. You're always Brad. We've had this discussion again.
I know. I'm trying to get that off.
No, that's like Caleb trying to relinquish the title of Princess Leia, dude. That just ain't gonna happen. So, Princess Leia or an Ewok, Wyatt? What do you think? Which one would be?
Kale?
Yeah.
Ewok.
Ewok.
He's got that one, yeah.
Yeah. He's lovable.
Yeah, he's lovable, but he's got the Ewok walk.
Yeah, he kind of does, actually. I think that's just because he's so goddamn tall and lanky, dude. Anyways, maybe one day we'll get Kale on an episode, and then you can see what we're talking about.
All right.
Maybe we'll have like a 3-way. We'll lab up 3, and maybe it'll be me, Wyatt, or you and Wyatt, or someone will do an episode, and Kale will kind of be the whipping boy for the episode.
Aw.
Yeah. He still won't be Brad, though, because this guy's always Brad. Anyways,
Damn it.
all right, guys, enough. Have a great day. Have a great week. We'll see you on the next episode. Brandon, have a good week, man.
Thanks. You too. Breakdown. Go ahead and give it to me.